The gift to realize that everything is a gift. That's what we're here to talk about today. Receiving that gift. A quote I have here is a very receptive state of mind, not unlike a sheet of film itself, seemingly inert, yet so sensitive that a fraction of a second's exposure conceives a life in it. What we're talking about here is the idea of an image worth 1,000 words. In an image, I love that idea of seemingly inert. Because there's two parts to the creative process. There is the part where we declare what it is we want. And then there's the part where we need to be willing to accept it. Need to feel worthy to accept what it is that we have declared that we wanted. And it is a separate skill. We could be great at declaration. We could be great at affirming what we want and be horrible at receiving it. And in the end, not get what we want. And we're like, what's up with that? I'm so good every day. I do my affirmations every day. I'm sitting there in prayer. Why isn't it showing up what I want? Because you also have to be good at receiving. The most amazing part about this is that what you have created could be right in front of you. But if you are not open to receiving, you won't see it. And you will miss the very thing you have been working at creating. That is actually possible. So opening our eyes, opening our hearts, opening our minds to a deeper way of receiving is incredibly important as part of the creative process. Ernest Holmes tells us we must have a receptive and positive faith in the evidence of things not seen with the physical eye, but which are eternal in the heavens. We must have a receptive and positive faith in what is not yet evident, but is definitely already eternal in the heavens. Because everything is, right? This is the prayer we open with every week. There is only one. Everything already is, whether it's in front of us or not. And so our job is to declare it and then to receive it. Wolfgang van Gogh says, human life runs its course in the metamorphosis between receiving and giving. It is up to us to be open to what is truly possible, to be worthy, to know our own worthiness to receive. And one of the ways in which we get in our own way, one of the ways in which we do not see what it is that we are doing, what it is that could be right in front of us, is when we enter with expectations. When we enter with ideas and preconceived notions of what it already is, what we're expecting to show up. And when we do that, we could miss the actual gift that's there. Sometimes we get so specific with our list of what things look like, or what the person we want to draw into our life looks like, that we totally miss the gift that's already here, that we've already created. My favorite example of this is me moving to LA. When Ashley and I first met online, and she told me she lived in LA, I said, oh, that's a problem because I'm never moving to LA. And if I had stuck with that, if I had not been willing to reach in and go deeper beyond that, I would not be in the greatest relationship of my life. I would have missed it completely. I created this incredible woman showing up in my life, and simply by saying, I'm never moving to LA, we could have been done, and I could have moved on and missed what has turned out to be just this extraordinary experience with this extraordinary woman. It would have been easy to miss because on my list, right, when I looked at my list, it said I was going to live in a really pretty place, like woods. I'm big on mountains. I was going to live in the mountains. That's what was on my list, right? And so if I'd gone for my list, I would have said to Ash, oh, sorry, this is never going to work out. Bye. Good luck. Have fun. I'm sure you'll find somebody great. And moved on. And what a missed opportunity for me. Not just an opportunity. I would have missed the best relationship of my life if I had held to my list, if I had held to my expectations and not being willing to look beyond them. And so how do we do that? How do we remind ourselves? Because the most interesting part of life, I have this great quote from you from John Wellwood. I love this quote. There's a secret about human love that is commonly overlooked. Receiving it is much more scary and threatening than giving it. How many times in your life you've been unable to let in someone's love or even pushed it away? Much as we proclaim the wish to be truly loved, we are often afraid of that, and so find it difficult to open to love or let it all the way in. Many of us are incredible givers. That's why I have those nurturing questions most week, to make sure that we're being nurtured, that we're receiving, because it is such a big part of the whole. It's much easier to give than to receive for most people. So it is ours to sit back, take that breath. Remember, when you were born, you breathed in before you breathed out. We breathe in first, then we breathe out. Receiving actually happens first, then we breathe out. And so another way in which we limit what it is we can receive is through first impressions. Because every event in our life is a first impression, if we are too lazy to delve into it deeper. And the thing about our first impression is that it is always based on ourselves. The first thing we see is no further than who we ourselves are, in any person, in any condition. The first impression is always based on ourselves. Now, here's the thing about life. Here's the thing about people. There's always more going on than meets the eye. There is always something there, some gift for us in everything. Now, sometimes that's really hard to see, but I have spoken to people who have had cancer, who have told me it was the greatest blessing of their lives. I have spoken to people who have had a child die, who have said it was the greatest blessing of their lives. Now, that may be hard to conceive, but there are people who have done this, who have been there and delved so deeply in that they have found the gift. I'm not in any way, shape, or form saying that that's easy. I'm just saying that it's possible. That if we open to the level of receptivity that is available to all of us, to the level of the divine, no matter what is going on, has a gift. But it is up to us to be seemingly inert, I love that, quiet enough to actually receive it, sensitive enough so that that fraction of a second exposure can change our life in an instant. Paradigm shifts don't take a long time over time. They happen in a heartbeat. It may take years before they actually occur. But when it occurs, it's like, boom, and the epiphany is there. It is up to us to receive, to sit back. If you wish for light, be ready to receive light. Whatever your deepest desire is, open to it coming to you however it comes to you. Let go of what you think is possible. Let go of how you think things need to occur. There is so much going on more than meets the eye. There is so much more going on than what we think is possible when we are open. And the best time to bring this stuff in, I mean, it's easy to be open when things are going well. But when we're triggered, when things get really tough because we are triggered, that is when that spiritual practice, which we talk about week in and week out, comes into play. Ashley is amazing at this in terms of receiving support when she is triggered. When Ashley is triggered, and I am not, I go up to her and ask her, can I support her in that moment? And she almost always says yes. No matter how busy she is, no matter what's going on, how urgent she feels, she will slow down and breathe with me and receive my calm so that it can be her calm. In the midst of a trigger, that is not always an easy thing to do, but she has cultivated that, and you can too. In the midst of a trigger, asking for support and receiving support is a beautiful, beautiful thing. We have this center, it's called Yana. You are not alone. Any one of you can pick up a phone and call. I am available to all of you. We are not alone in this. If you feel triggered, reach out for support. That's how we build spiritual family with each other. There is a wealth of richness going on around us all the time, available to us to the length, to the amount, to the depth that we are willing to open to it, to know that there is more going on than meets the eye. There is always more going on than meets the eye. Sit back, relax, take it in. You're worth it. You are worthy of the richness that is available to you. Say this to yourself as I say this aloud. I am worthy of the richness I receive. I am worthy of all the richness of the universe. I am worthy of my deepest desires. Say that again. I am worthy to receive my deepest desires. Let's have a meditation on this. Sit back, take a deep breath, and relax. Find yourself on a path. It is the perfect path. It is your path. Maybe it's in the woods. Maybe it's in the mountain. Maybe it's on the beach. Maybe it's in the clouds. It's your path. The sights, the sounds, how it feels beneath your feet. It is easy and effortless to walk. It feels wonderful. Now imagine you come to an opening. It is your sanctuary. It is the perfect spot. The sights, the sounds, the view, the air against your skin, the temperature, the light, all perfect. And there is a chair there. It is the perfect chair. And as you sit in it, feel the of sitting in that perfect chair. Take another deep breath and relax even more. Now imagine yourself as a container, a huge container that life is pouring its riches into. Feel the richness, the magnificence, the brilliance of life's adventure pouring into your container. Imagine every desire you have pouring into your container. Now grow your container even larger and open your heart to the beauty of the experience that is your life. From this place of expansion and magnificence, remember the last time you were triggered, the last time you were upset, confused, angered, whatever triggering looks like to you, and bring that event into your container. Know that there is more going on than you can see and look for that gift because it is there. Open your heart even more and keep looking for the gift, knowing that it is there for you, that nugget of gold, the expansion of life in your container. Fill that event with love and light until it melts into the all that is your life, the brilliance of your life. Thank yourself for finding this beautiful nugget inside that event, knowing that you can do that anytime with anything, because that nugget is always there, always. When you're ready, open your eyes.